start this as well. All right, restream seems to be on. That should get us started on YouTube. And I believe we might be. Maybe. And are we on SudokuCon? I believe we're live on SudokuCon. All right. Welcome. Another mixed bag stream where I'm gonna stream to both SudokuCon channel and my own stuff. Let's see if that all works. Let's see. Okie dokie. So I believe we are now live on here with audio on, and here being no. So we're live on YouTube. We're live on SudokuCon Twitch, not Switch, Twitch, and not on my own, unfortunately. There's not much I can do about. I can maybe do this. Live stream on today. All right, I posted a link in the chat. Hopefully that's enough. And then here we only have the one chat. Let's hope for the best. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll bring this one down here and see if I... Oh, can I pop the chat out? Is there a pop-out chat? Is there a pop-out chat? I don't think so. All right. Where's the chat? Where's the chat window? Okay, I can't make it smaller than this. That's sucky. What am I gonna do about that? Maybe I can do it here. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out if I can get both my chat apps to run at the same time. So maybe this chat is here now. Something like that. And then this chat would be here. All right, I'm gonna try this. All right, so today I'm going to work on some streamer tools. Something that's been bouncing around my head for a long time, since my app is used by quite a few streamers, and I think the experience that they have with their audiences is important. And I would like to kind of contribute to that. And of course, we're going to have a fundraising stream for SudokuCon coming up in a couple of weeks, so I'm hoping that some of these features might be useful for that as well. So I'm gonna mostly work on just sort of working on the infrastructure, kind of a client-server interface where, you know, you can share a link for a puzzle and you have some sort of control panel to interact with the viewers, the solvers on that puzzle in real time, and have some way of displaying certain kinds of information on your stream somehow, right? And part of that would also be interactions the other way around. You know, I want to think about like things I know that some streamers have done. Like I think Ranks does these sort of, hey, bet on which digit is going to be in this particular cell, and or hey, please help me. What do you think we should do? You know, so maybe ways for the viewers to sort of collectively vote on a digit for a cell and so on and so forth. You know, so like kind of something, for example, I imagine is that, given the puzzle, we could say, hey, whatever digits the user put in, we're kind of saying, hey, if more than 20% of users put a certain digit in a cell, the streamer has like a button they can press, and then it overlays the sort of viewer's opinion of the current state of the puzzle and stuff like that. But it's mostly about the infrastructure, so I can start prototyping things in conjunction with the streamers and kind of get feedback from them. Hey, Chameleon. Hey, Tristan. Welcome to the stream. Ah, cool. Well, you know, maybe I can even integrate with them, but I'd like to have something that's actually direct interface with the you know, so there'll be some kind of, I don't know yet if I want to have a special user interface for the viewers. I'm hoping more that what the viewers do will directly interact with the stream in some way, but not too direct. So I want to be obviously respectful of the streamer's autonomy here. So basically, it should never be that a singular viewer can make something appear on the stream, no matter how innocuous, right? So it should always be based on, hey, the streamer can choose to show the current consensus of a digit for a cell or something like that, right? But it should also be about collective information, such as like how many people are currently playing the puzzle. So not just, the solve counter. Whoops, dropped something. Not just something like a drop counter, but actually live, sort of like seeing, hey, how many people are here, and maybe there's some sort of interaction with the streamer. So the streamer could say, hey, how many, or maybe there could be an API or something. The streamer could say, hey, we currently have 30 viewers. What percentage of that as a pie chart on the screen are actually opening the puzzle right now? Things like that. So I'm gonna try to get some kind of basic interface going with that. And I think it's gonna be based on basically having like a special URL for a puzzle that's working that way. And that basically a streamer will create such a puzzle and get a special ID or a special link or a special key that they add to the URL, which gives them the access to the sort of streamer information. But nothing here is secure, so it's never based on, like, there will never be information for the streamer there's never information there that the viewers shouldn't also be able to see. It's more about, that you don't have a mess with multiple people controlling the same puzzle or anything like that. Media, how are you? Yeah, Chameleon. That's the sort of thing I'm thinking. Like, I just want to try to make sure that it's not like, it's not open to abuse. So there shouldn't be like a person who shouldn't be able to just ping all over the screen all the time just to spam the streamer, right? But maybe there could be, if enough viewers mark an error, like if more than X% of the people on the puzzle mark an error, then the streamer might get notified, that kind of thing. So I'm gonna start with just the setup and some very basic like test UI. So we'll just have like a button on the client and a button on the server, and the clients can press buttons, and we wanna see if that information gets to the server and all that sort of thing. And I would like to have the whole thing once again be as, I'm doing all right. I'm a bit tired today. I don't know how to pronounce that. Dumediat. I always want to pronounce it in a French way for some reason. Or Dumdiat. I don't know. Sorry about that. I'm really tired. Sorry about that. So I want to be able to have it sort of be self-secure in a way that nothing that can be done in the system is problematic, and that obviously everything is, the streamer should have full control over what's displayed on their side. And I think probably what I'll do is either they have a complete separate window they can open with a display that's suitable for some sort of overlay they can put, maybe viewer numbers or whatever that they can put into their OBS, or that they have some sort of hotkey they can press and it puts an overlay over the grid or something like that, Doomed Yacht. All right, there we go. Yes, I'm streaming on Twitch on SudokuCon right now. That's twitch.tv/SudokuCon, and I'm just helping out to get our viewer numbers and viewer hours up until the live stream for certain features on the channel. I'm gonna post that as well. I'm gonna post the link there, which I obviously also misspelled because I typed too fast. All right, so I'm gonna very naively do a WebSocket server quickly because I'll be honest, I did some WebSocket actually very recently with Rank Solver, but like actual live software over WebSockets client server stuff I haven't done, professionally since my Xenoside Academy game, which wasn't that real time really. It was more sort of turn-based card battler kind of thing. Hey, Tired Cent. Thanks for hopping over. All right, so, yeah, in the past I've used Socket.io, but I think I want to go as lightweight as possible because this is currently not like a primary feature of the app, so it's something that's going to be, should be just invisible to most users, But in the future, maybe we'll use more of that, maybe just like streamers, maybe a setter can publish a puzzle, or even Simon and Mark can view some stuff while they're uploading a video, and say, hey, okay, within the first half hour of uploading a video, how many people are opening the puzzle and things like that. So we're just gonna do like, let's write out some MVP, right? So some basic collective stats, number of viewers, So collective stats, just kind of basic statistic of stuff happening, right? And I'm just actually going to make a little sub list here: number of viewers, action pings, you know, kind of things like, hey, somebody put in a digit, etc. Number of souls. You see. Let's we'll just start with that, right? So let's start with a very simple WS server, and I'm just gonna do it straight up inside my SudokuPad server tool that's running all the all the websites right now, and that one will be the quickest to actually get it live from there. So I'm already in here. So let's see what we have. We need the WS library, so we'll probably want to install that. So currently there's not a lot of here. So we'll do install save WS. Oh, and before we do that, let's make sure the repo is clean. We have our database test. We have port ID provided true. Yeah, there's some temporary work in here for the update API call. You know what? I think that's safe to leave in. And all right, I'm gonna just commit these quickly. Just database test. Added update API PT, and yeah, that's just updated dependencies. What did we update here actually? That's for the database actually mostly, I think. And some basic scripts and whatnot. Yeah. All right, nothing important. Now we can install that. All right, thanks for putting the views on the channel there. My God, it's a little upsetting, I have to be honest. You know, we already have double the views than my usual views on my Twitch channel. My poor Twitch channel. What's my average views there? It's probably like 1.1 or something like that. It's a little sad. Let me see, overview, average viewers. 1.4 is my average viewers on my usual Twitch channel. All right, so we have the WS thing, and I'm not gonna immediately integrate it with the server. I'm gonna see if I can, or actually I might have to, because I think for WS to work properly, we need to kind of interact with the domain name, right? So it needs to connect to like SudokuPad.app or whatever. In this case, 912 whatever. So we're gonna create a quick client, and I don't think on the client I don't think we need the WebSocket, right? So let's just see if I go to let's see. I go to localhost 9012. All right, let's go to a specific puzzle here. And I'll create a WebSocket here quickly and see how that works. What we get back from the server. And we'll probably want to look at the server here. Yeah. So let's just go to SCF here for a sec. Just a blank puzzle. And we're gonna create a little place, make this test to do this test. Or why we're in spaces. New reason tabs exist. All right, so we want to create a WebSocket. Now I don't know if I can reference WebSockets this way here. Yes, maybe I can. And it'll just be boom. Local. If I do this, right, it should just hit the same thing. Field WebSocket URL is not valid. Okay, so I do WS localhost 9012/SCF. And you know what? I'm actually going to create a puzzle. If I take this puzzle, Get puzzle ID. That will just get me SCF. Yes. Framework app dot current puzzle. Right. So this should be our SCL puzzle data. You know, yeah, I'm not going to invent a puzzle. I'm just going to take one of my demo killers, just a random one. Assets. So we're just going to grab one randomly here. And we're going to take... yes. I forget like where actually, you know, this frame, copy, view frame for reload frame, view frame source, view frame page source, reload frame, spec. Can I not, new tab? No. Oh my god, I've done this so well. I want to say that, here we go. That's the one. Open a new tab. Here we go. All right, this is going to be our demonstration puzzle. I'm going to grab that, put that in here, get rid of the URL. We're going to save that somewhere. We're going to save that under SudokuCon, public staging, API, puzzle. We're going to create a folder called SudokuCon. Boom. Boom. Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to save this as test01. Something like that. Right. So now I can go to SudokuCon/test01. Here we go. Okay. And then from here, we're gonna go to the same URL on the server as a WebSocket and see what happens. Now, right now, there's no WebSocket server running. So I just want to see what happens. WebSocket connection failed. Okay. So on the WS, we have on error, on open. So we'll do WS on error, console.error, just WS on open. Info on open arcs, or just arcs like that. And we'll do the same. We'll do something similar with error like that. All right. So if I do this, WS on is not a function. So it's not on. It's okay. So I think we actually need to also rely on the API documentation for standard WebSockets, like this one here. All right, and I'm sure there's going to be an easy to use example. So yeah, it's add event listener. Great. All right, super long syntax because they love that stuff. They love the super long syntax. Woohoo! All right, don't need that. Put that there. Test failed on error, yada yada, and we got an error event, and it just says something. All right, now on the client side, sorry, on the server side, we're hitting server here. And how do we set that up? So usage examples, WebSocket on open message sending binary data, simple server, WebSocket server from WS. All right, so we should be able to do this. And I'm still using this syntax here. Equals require WS. They're gonna work. And can I... So how do I upgrade from the existing server to this one? On upgrade, on connection, on upgrade, server listen. So server, create server, server on connection. So we have a simple server here. And the question is, how do we handle... All right, let me have a look at simple server, how this stuff works. I kind of went small here. So what do we have? Start the server, HTTP server, create server. Okay, so we do this.server create server. Okay, so we do have a server on here that we can access from out here. All right. So I can probably just add some little code down here for now and test some stuff out. And then later on we figure out where we're gonna put it. It probably should go into simple server or a separate module where it kind of interacts with that. Let me just check the Discord. Make sure people aren't interacting without me noticing. And just check. Ooh, where is my... You know what? I'm gonna put that here. I'm running out of screen real estate. All right, well, nothing's going on in my chat, but that's okay. All right, so we want to listen to the connection thing. So let socket server, let HTTP server equals server.server, which is a little confusing. Now that's not super useful for node stuff because it just prints out too much, yeah. But we should be able to do on upgrade, right? If I do on upgrade here, like that, and then we'll just do a function handle upgrade, like that. Dot warn handle upgrade. All right, put that in here like that. I just want to know if this even happens, right? So I'm looking down the bottom edge, which is just about visible on screen. I don't want to make it too big because I kind of need the space. So if I go in here now and I try to connect again, what happens? So we're hitting handle upgrade. So that's great, right? That's what we want. And then we want to connect to these socket servers, which we need to create. So we'll need to, and I'll have to see if I can, if one of them can handle multiple puzzles, and I hope it can. So we'll have a WebSocket server. Now, what does no server equals true mean? That's why I don't like this modern style of documentation, which isn't documentation. It's a set of examples that may or may not serve what you're doing. Okay, there's no API documentation here about this. So API docs, is that it? API docs, no server, no server, no server. Okay, so this is not API docs. If it doesn't include, oh, maybe there is a separate file. Great, because if it doesn't include things that you can do in the API, then it's not documenting the API. Obviously, here we go. Enable no server mode. What is a no server mode? Must be started manually. The no server mode allows the WebSocket server to be completely detached from the. This makes it possible, for example, to share single. Okay. Any other gotchas? Be closed manually. Exist can are not closed. It's a closed event when the connection is closed. Okay. So I have to be careful because I guess it could mean that there's too many of these servers sitting around, right? Let's just try. Let's just do like a little demo example and see how that goes. Usage example, sending, receiving data. We've got the whole upgrade thing, and we'll just want to handle connections, yada yada. Okay. So we'll have the handle upgrade. We'll do a couple of these handlers. Handle upgrade, handle connection. And That just gets the WS passed in like that. Nope. Like that. And okay, so that gets us the WebSocket. Okay, and then here we'll probably want to abstract this away eventually. You know, add a wrapper for these socket connections with individual. So the WS is the connection with that particular client, right? So we have on error, function handle socket error. Args. And socket error. All right. And whatever other stuff we want to do. Now in our test, I think we're going to put this in the lower half so we can look at client and server at the same time. So in our test, we'll basically have open error. Well, I guess open is not the thing we want to worry about here. So we have probably message and close and other things, right? So handle socket close. So on error, oops. On socket close and handle socket message. All right, this is all just boilerplate, probably the sort of thing ChatGPT could write. All right, now handle upgrade. So the handle upgrade thingamajig is here. And socket mesh handle connection, on connection, handle connection. Boom, right? And then the upgrade here, we kind of have to decide handle upgrade function done, else socket destroy. Okay, I think I see what that's trying to do. Here they're basically choosing which socket to connect to, but I'm gonna run one server for everything. So I think we might have to pass the path and things like that through. So for now, I'm just gonna do this. Parse request.url parse. I don't actually know what that parse function does or where it's from. Parse from URL. Parse from URL. Ah, yeah, I do that. Dot parse. I think I just do new URL here, right? Usually. New URL. So that should give us the invalid URL. Invalid URL. Invalid URL. App crashed. One sec. Don't want to do that anymore. Here, we probably want to just output this as well. Like that. App crashed. Wait, what? Invalid URL. New 676. What are you talking about? New syntax error. Metal. Lips. Why is it even there? 388. 388. So if I do this, it just instantly crashes. Okay, so the no server thing doesn't work this way. So why does this not work? Invalid URL object. I have a feeling I might not be on the right version of this stuff here. Releases. So what version am I on here? I just installed 8.14.2. That is the latest version. Oh, we're already getting in the weeds, aren't we? This has nothing to do with what I want to do. Invalid URL address. Invalid URL. I'll search for that. WS invalid URL WebSocket. JS invalid URL. Yeah. But this should be a new WebSocket server. Did I bring something else in here? No, I don't think so. Client equals new WebSocket. The frick? Thing is, we're creating a server, not a socket. The key successor protocol value of one of your protocols will always get this error in Chrome. In my case, it was fine with Firefox. Whereas I could, then found that there's no problem with the code. Further changed the name of the file from WebSocket to socket and root name from WebSocket to socket in various files, and it worked. The problem was with naming the files, including in the code accordingly. What? Alright, the heck? That's really not something I should have to do. Okay, let's see. Let me ask. And once again, I'm already debugging the third-party library. Are you kidding me? It took me half an hour? So WebSocket, am I including the wrong thing? Oh, wait. Include WebSocket server instead of WebSocket might be the problem. So I guess I might have... Oh, I'm probably including the wrong thing here. WebSocket server. It's probably this actually. Ah. Wow. Subtle mistake. Holy crap. And that's why people like typed languages, I guess. Sheesh. Gets me every time. Alright. So if I do this, we still get an app crash. Right. Where do we end up now? Wait a second. So WebSocket server, WS, but the WS here doesn't exist. I hate it when they give you something like this, and this will not work because there's no WS defined in this piece of code. So those examples don't even work. So we basically have to do it very differently. We'll have to do WebSocket like this, and then WebSocket server like this. And now, this will still be a problem, right? Request URL. Okay, but no WS is being made or created or whatever. Oh, because we're still running this. Okay. Which is now gonna get... No, wait. No, we do want to do this. Wait, where does... So we can't even include the file? What the frick? We're not executing it or anything. Invalid URL, but we're not executing any code. So 414 handle upgrade. It gets up to here. Internal. Oh wait, this is the problem? This is not a... Jesus Christ. Alright, find URL. I think new URL requested header stored origin. Find new URL. Request.url. So I actually have to do this. Are you kidding me? Can I Node.js parse URL Is there a parse function in the URL API? Does my phone suddenly want? Oh my god, Google is bugging me about my account storage. My account storage is fine. No, it's silly things like this takes up so much of my time. Is there a parse function? Find parse, can parse, parse. So I should be able to just URL dot parse. Can I just do that? If I do that and then run that, it's not a function. Now URL comes from nowhere. It's a global. All right. So URL.parse deprecated. Okay. You know what? We don't even care. We don't actually need any of that. Request.url is already just a path name for some reason. Yeah, I still don't understand why it doesn't parse partial URLs and you have to do all of this. This is so silly. Because then I'm just extracting the path name anyways. All right. Well, at least this should just work, even though HTTPS here is not correct. And detecting that is also a pain in the butt. All right. I think that should do it. So we have the path name. That gets us the kind of ID for the puzzle, and then we can, you know, do stuff with that. All right, so request socket head function done. Emit connection. Okay, so we'll just if path name dot match slash SudokuCon slash. We'll do that. Then we'll do all of this, I think. Handle socket done. Handle done. Let's do this for a sec here. I usually use warn to get the stack traces, but here I'm not getting them anyways, so I might as well go to info. All right, then we can just do this. And we'll want the request to be passed through as well. Like that. Ah, wait. No. All right, let's put that in here. Handle done. WS. And then we'll do WebSocket server emit connection WS request. Wait. Is that part of the demo code, or is that something I need to do? Emit connection. Handle upgrade. Okay, so this just ensures the connection event gets fired after the upgrade has been done. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to have handle socket and handle, in fact, instead of handle socket, we're going to call it handle WS error, and then we'll have WSS for the socket stuff, like that. So I'm just going to rename these quickly now. Again, this is all going to get encapsulated down the line. And then we'll do a handle upgrade, then handle WSS done. Right, and that goes in here. Right. And then we have WSS emit. Then this handle connection comes from handle WSS connection. Okay. Else we'll destroy the socket. And I think this was just for choosing something differently. else socket.destroy. And I think that's it. Why is the color coding wrong? I feel this else should be a different color. I'm missing brace here. There we go. Man, sometimes those error colors are so subtle. Very hard to spot them. All right, here we go. All right. App crashed. Handle connection is not defined. Didn't I change that? Handle upgrade. WS1 is not a... Wait. WS1 handle upgrade. Wait, this is weird. Why do I have handle upgrade my own? Server on upgrade. I'm calling this handle upgrade, and then this is a function call handle upgrade. Oh, I don't like that because my own nomenclature is I prefix handlers with handle, and now they have a method called handle. Urgh. Okay, not their fault. They probably were there first, and I guess handle is an active verb, so that kind of makes sense. All right. Handle connection is not defined. Okay, so handle connection, handle WSS connection, and then handle server upgrade, just to kind of differentiate all these different kinds of functions. Okay, look at that. All right, so we have a server upgrade, we have a connection, and now here we don't have an error. Okay, so let us then send some sort of message. So on the client, we have on open. We don't actually want to execute all this. And we have on error. So we'll do a function handle error args. And I think I can shorten these a bit. Handle error equals args console.error handle error args. Right. So that goes in here. And then we'll do a handle open. And I think the handle open has the WebSocket getting passed in, right? On the client side, on connection, on open. Function, nope, it doesn't. Okay, fair enough. Handle open, args. I'll just do that for now. Handle open. We'll probably need my little sleep helper function that I use all over the place. And it lives happily inside utilities. So I'm just going to steal it. It's so small. We're just going to bring it in here. Okay. I think I'm going to start interfixing, prefixing, postfixing, whatever, fixing these guys here as well. WS error handle error, WS open handle WS open. All right. Then we'll do, this can be async. Then we'll do a await sleep 500 function. And then we'll do a ws.send test. All right. And we'll probably do a handle on WS message as well. Message. Handle WS message, sleep, send, message, message, received. JSON.stringify works. Good enough, good enough. Nope, don't save that. And I think we can just get rid of that now. So we can just Control A this, go in here, do that, and see what happens. Handle message buffer. Okay, we'll get a buffer. We'll probably, I think there was something about UTF or whatever. Don't know yet if I want to optimize this. I'll probably just send JSON back and forth instead of kind of coming up with a binary package thing. This doesn't have to be like super efficient. We're talking about dozens of users here, not millions. JSON. Can I search for JSON? Package JSON. Nope. JSON. JSON. Nope. Where's my search page here? WS send JSON. WS JSON stringify. Can I search for something like UTF-8? Boom. Allows to efficiently check if a message contains valid UTF-8. Save efficient operations such as. All right. We can probably do that in a moment. WS message. So that's probably part of the API documents, right? So if we're looking in here, options, event close, connection error, headers listening, address, close, map socket, payload, options, address, protocols, options, list of subprotocols, options, generate mask, handshake, next payload, origin, skip UTF, text open message false to false, set to true if your own server is trusted. Only if, okay. We actually want to know how to convert the message. I mean, it's probably just toString, right? Data is binary, Boolean. Anyway, when the message is received, data is the message content. Is binary the message binary or not? So it says false. Okay. So over here then, handle WS message, args, console.log equals args 0.2, and you know how I know this. Message is binary. Right, we can put these in here. Message dot to string. Message sent. So we'll actually do this one differently. Put that over here. CMD message received. Data message, something like that, right? Oop, something like that. So if I do that, put that here. Now, still says handle message like that because we haven't changed anything up here. So handle WS message. So that seems to be the same API. Oop, message. All right. Once we've got the boilerplate down, hopefully it'll speed up a bit. I'm a little rusty. It's been a while since I've done socket stuff. Okay. Message buffer. Okay, I didn't do toString yet. toString. Okay. Let's do that again. Message test. Yada yada. Okay. So what happened? We got handle message, open, handle message, yada yada. Now close. Let's see if that's actually, let's see what other events there are because I think it listed them, right? So we have error, close, message, open, pong, ping pong. Okay. So we'll just do a couple other ones here quickly. Once arcs. Close. Close. Args. So we have close. We'll have pong. I don't think there's a ping. There's a ping. We'll do the ping too. So there's a ping, a pong, and a redirect, which I don't know if it'll ever happen on the client. Oh yeah, maybe. Maybe it's just notify the client that a redirect happened. So I just want to have them here for debug reasons. And then we'll probably put something similar like this up here. With a slightly different interface. On close. Here we go. And then this can go in here. So what happens? So we got WSS done, WSS connection, WS message. Now the message means it was sent from the client. which the client is doing 500 milliseconds later. Okay. So, yeah, that's a start. And on the client, what did we see? Handle WS open. Handle WS error didn't happen. Handle WS message didn't happen. And none of the other ones happened. Okay. So then over here, we'll do a similar thing. We'll have a little sleepy sleep. We're getting tired. I'll have a sleep here. All right. And we'll make this one async. And then we'll do a wait, sleep, 500 milliseconds, execute. And then we'll do ws.send JSON.stringify cmd message received. And now this is going to keep going back and forth. I'm going to slow this down a little bit. 1.5 seconds. And that could never go wrong, right? Message received. And we'll do data message.toString. Actually, I'm curious if I just pass in the message, what that looks like. Because here, it does go through. Message test. No, wait. Wait. We didn't just send test through, did we? And am I not looping? I thought I set it all up to loop correctly. And somehow it's not on. All right, first hour. Bada bing boom. Hey, Mark, we're all hanging out over on SudokuCon. Appreciate the views over there. We kind of trying to get we're trying to fatten up the channel a little bit. So let's see. Basically, what's confusing me right now, there's this test exclamation mark. Who is sending this? We're sending it from here. So JSON.stringify cmd first message data test. Okay, so this is going to be sort of multi-inception because we're going to keep sending it back and forth, and each time the previous message is going to become part of the JSON. So this is probably going to implode real fast. So let's see how that goes. Let's hope for the best. All right, here we go. First message, boom. Message, object, message event. Okay, so something is coming through here differently. Message, object, message event, source element. And I think if I just save this, should restart the server and stop this infinite recursion here. All right, so we're getting the message. We're going to put that here. That's our client documentation, right? On the message side, we're getting event, and we need to look at event.data. So event.data, okay. And the data should be a JSON object. Okay, so on the client side, we're not getting message and is binary. We're getting an event, right? Handler event. And then message const b equals event.data. And we're just gonna JSON.parse this right away. We're just gonna pretend it's all gonna be JSON, and it's never gonna blow up in our faces, right? Because that's how things work. Now this, don't know how that works actually. Let's see. Put that in here. What gets through on the other side? So now it's a bigger thing. It's the whole thing. Message received, and it just keeps going back and forth. Message received, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah. So I think it's time to wrap these up a little bit, and hopefully I can do what I did back in the day to have one piece of code that handles these on both sides. Whew. So all we really want to do is kind of have these all wrapped up in a tiny little object, right? Okay. Now I'm gonna look. Actually, yeah, I've done that already with my WebSocket test for ranks solver. I feel like I'm sliding off to the left and I'm getting further and further away from the microphone. And if my sound is ever not great, please let me know, because I sometimes forget to pay attention to that. All right, so I've made this little thing. Now here, obviously, it also manages the connection to the process and the jobs and stuff, but it's just my basic sort of pattern for handling simple objects. Now, actually, on the server, this is actually a little bit more important, right? So, got the sleep thing. So, we have a WebSocket client, right? WebSocket client. And yes, I could use classes, but you know, just gonna keep the code looking the same as usual. We'll have the WebSocket client. Forget about that. And just do this. And then I think in the end, we want to execute that. And in the end, we also want to return C, the constructor here, from inside here. Okay, so our WebSocket client is going to do all of these things. So WS, right? This dot WS equals WS. And then we're going to have these handlers. For now, just going to do this. Actually, these are going to go in here. All right. And then we're just going to have our handlers here. So it's like p.handle error close function. And I don't know what the arguments for all of these look like right now. All right, so we're just gonna keep these generic for now. Triple dots here, like that, and then here it's gonna be console.info ws client dot handle error args. Boom. Right. And we'll just do this times a whole bunch. So we have error. We have close message. We probably have an open. Open. Close. All right. So we'll have error. We'll have open. We'll have close. I don't think we have connect here. Message. Then we'll have ping, and all of these we probably won't need. Pong and redirect, I believe. Ping, pong, redirect, open, message, error, close. All right. Ping, pong, redirect. Right. And currently they're just going to output these API things so we can refine them and implement the stuff we need. Okay. And now we're gonna do this stuff. Yum, beat up, and just gonna go through all of these. And it's just reloaded, all right. So we have handle redirect, handle pong, handle ping, handle close, handle error, handle open, handle message open close equals new WS client WS. Boom. If I do that, and then I'll restart this little thing. Bind handle is not defined. How is bind handler not defined? Am I not using it in here? Am I not using it in here? Bind handlers. C dot bind handlers, really? Is that the official bind handlers? Official. Bind handlers. Bind handlers. I think it's a bit bigger than that. All right, that goes up here under generic helpers. There we go, bind handlers. And now if I do this, stuff happens. All right. And I guess we can get rid of all of this. Because now we can also create a server object, and the server object actually needs to handle multiple connections. Hey Kodak, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. All right, so I guess we might as well do the WS server thing as well. All right, so WS. Now, how dependent are they? We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, I can make them somewhat independent. Okay. WS server. Return C. Lose execute stuff. Thing and done. All right. And handle upgrade. WS handle upgrade. WSS is used here. Here. Okay. So connection is the first thing here. Now I think I'm going to change the syntax from on to add event listener just to make it, hopefully the client, the base client will be the same on both sides of the equation, but we'll see. And where's the thing with the thing where we created the thing? Find a new WS client. All right, somehow I already lost it. Right. All right. This dot handle connection. I'll just do something like this. Take that out of there. Put that in here. Handle connection WS server, and then we'll say let WSC equals new WS client. WS is all that's getting passed into here, but we'll probably want to pass in the path that they came in on as well, because I don't think that is maintained into the WebSocket connection anymore, unless we just send that separately from the client, and then basically folks could connect to a specific puzzle from anywhere. We'll see what makes sense here. All right. We'll also probably want to do this up here. So we'll actually want to pull that out. Create WSS. Ops. Right. Create WS there with a small c. Boom. Ops. We can do something like this.wss over here. This.wss are undefined. And then we can do this.wss. Right, and we'll probably just do. All right. So we get rid of all of these. Okay, that's our W server. That gets rid of that. And this connection emission. Handle connection. Okay. Yeah, we actually don't want to output this here. But we might want to do this little thing here. Okay. So. Now this handler we might actually want to do inside here as well. Handle server upgrade. Yeah, that can actually be live inside here now. So that can go in here. P dot handle server upgrade. So that goes here. And I think I'm going to skip the rest for now. And then we'll just say, don't need that anymore. We'll just say WS server equals new WS server. right? And then we'll do wss.create with the options. I don't like it. I'm kind of doubling up on the names. Exclamation mark lurk. What does that do? Hey, Jojo. Let me also check back on the YouTube chat because I am on the wrong tabs here and I'm trying to monitor multiple chats at the same time. So, okay, so we have the upgrade and we have the handle connection, which is being set up here. So that's fine. And then we can just do wss.handle server upgrade. And that should already be bound. And we can probably just or that there, that there. Right? And then if I clean that up and do this, handle server upgrade. Okay, so we get to here. All right, great, great, great. And then we'll do handle server upgrade and handle upgrade done. Now the handle upgrade done here is a little, yeah, I'd like to have it separately, but request is no longer available if I move it out. So for now, let's leave it in here. But in the future, maybe this whole interaction, like all of this information should be held somewhere. In fact, what is the head information here? Head. Handle done. Handle done. And we can just do this dot. We'll probably want to do something like const wss equals this. So we'll have that emit, and then we'll have that handle done, and else socket destroy. And this probably should be ws, because we're kind of bouncing between calling it socket and calling it ws. All right. And what do we have now? Don't know why I reloaded that. Okay, so handle message open, event, handle message args buffer false. So that's up here, and that's it. So now the server actually wants to hold on additional information for each client, right? Such as where it came in from. I don't know if we need the original URL. So let's kind of pin down into what we're doing here. And in here, we're gonna create an object. And I don't know if I should make that part of this thing up here or something else down here. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a short ID here. Equals path name dot replace just initial slash zip. Right. Yeah, I think we can actually do that up here. And then we'll just output the short ID, and we don't really care about the other stuff. So we can kind of do this. Actually, what did the head thing say? I'm not seeing anything about the head thing. By the head thing, I mean me printing out the value of head. I'm not seeing it here. Handle server upgrade. Handle server upgrade. Request ws head. Request.url. Head is a buffer. And is that the contents of head? I guess. Okay. That doesn't look like it's important information, because I think that's information I can get out of the request itself. Okay, so we don't care about that. What's next? We're creating path name from that. We're creating a short ID. If, and now we're only checking short ID, and we don't have a leading slash anymore. If short ID don't match SudokuCon with a slash at the end. Okay. And then we'll have something like this dot puzzles, right? And then I guess we'll have some sort of puzzle per puzzle object. Don't know if I'm gonna implement that as separate puzzles. Handle connection. So handle connection happens where? Handle upgrade. 1 second. Server upgrade. We're here. And handle connection happens whenever the WS connects, which happens here. Emit connection. I don't know if we even want to... Can't I just do this, like, instead of redirecting to here? I think maybe I'll just do it all in here. Like, this does make a lot of sense, right? So, actually what I really want to do is I want to do something like p.add solver. Right, and we're adding it to add solver. So we'll have the WS short ID, I think. Not sure if there's anything else we want to do here. Right, so then here we'll basically just do this dot add solver short ID WS. Right? Yeah, we probably want to order it this way, because we're adding something to a particular room. And then here we'll do if this dot puzzles short ID, and I'll just do const puzzles this if equals undefined, then we'll do puzzles short ID equals a new object, right? We'll just do short ID and solvers like that. And then down here, we'll just do .solvers.push WS, something like that. Except we actually want to do this. Push new WS client this, right? And that's gonna get rid of this part. Actually gonna get rid of the whole handle connection thing. Wait. I'm confused because I thought... Wait, which order does this happen? Handle connection happens. Handle server upgrade. Handle done. Emit connection. Handle connection. Okay, so yeah. So we don't emit this. We don't do this anymore. Right. We don't need this anymore. And then we probably... In fact, I'm not even doing this. So let's just simplify this for now. Yeah, opts. So opts goes in here, right? That goes in here. Get rid of that. And just adding the solver here. Handle upgrade still happens. Okay. So if I do this now, what happens? App crashed. This.add solver is not a function. P.add solver equals function. Looks like a function. This function. Hey. Okay. Looks like it's doing the thing. The thing is, because I need some information, I need the short ID basically to pass it in. And my typical syntax here presumes these are blind handlers. If I create something like handle done like this, so then I won't have access to the short ID. So I need access to the short ID from this. So either I create a nested, and I have a function, create handler or something. Because I don't want it to be bound that way, right? Do we want to do this? Make upgrade, make done handler. Because if I do this, right, we're going to accept something that takes a short ID. And then it returns something, a function, a handler, that's bound now, that has the short ID in its closure, right? Return, so we'll take something that takes a WS, like this, like that. And then I can do something like this, dot make short handler, short ID. And we can do this here, make done handler, short ID. We want these here. And then you're just handle done. Right? And then this in here should be, it should be fine. So handle message, handle done, make done handler. So this thing doesn't exist anymore. Here we have short ID, and then handle upgrade, make done handler, short ID, make done handler has that short ID. So we don't even need to do this anymore. Right. Okay. And then that comes through on the client. Now, the problem is if I do it like this, I can't actually do collective stuff with these client messages. So maybe I get rid of the client object, which should really kind of be this object, and just flatten it out a bit and handle all of these on the server. Because on the server, I can... Actually, no, because I can just attach to the client which thing it is and so on. Yeah, but the client still has to talk to the server, because generally each client needs to do something with the other client, so it's got to get routed through the server right away. So putting those functions out into their own object up there doesn't really help that much. So I'm kind of tempted to just collapse it for now, make it a little bit simpler, a bit more old-fashioned. All right, so we don't need that anymore. We don't need that anymore. We don't need any of that anymore. Actually, create WSS just doesn't do anything anymore, right? All right, so make done handler, handle done, and then we'll probably do something like this, and then we'll basically move all of these down here. Boom. Handle. And then we'll go back to this. Oh no. Just in case we have name conflicts. Ping, pong, redirect. Ping, pong, message, close, open, error. Close all of these. Collapse, 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 collapse. And now, instead of doing any of this, you can do this. They're already bound with one function called to the bind thingamajig. Make done handler. And then we'll do this, and we'll probably have a little p.create client equals function ws And we can just do this. WS E equals that. I need to rename these again. I'm almost tempted to actually make it WSC and WSS for consistency. And then we'll just return WSC. All right, then we can just do this dot create client WS, and we'll probably do this. All right, I do that. Nope, not what I meant. Do this. WSC is not a function. WSC on. WS client WS. WSC on error. WSC on. It's not a function. WS. Oh wait, yeah. I'm an idiot. So WS doesn't exist. WSC doesn't exist anymore. We're just removing it from the equation completely, right? Yeah, this whole thing ain't a thing. And just completely boom, gone, right? And same functionality, right? And now we can actually have clients talk to each other. All right, so what happens here? We have handle client. So we had an emit here. So we can just do ws.emit connected. I think the example used connection. Don't know if I should stick with that since it's not really relevant. This was just an arbitrary thing. Connection. All right, well, let's do connection. WS open doesn't fire in this circumstance either. So that's kind of interesting. So we can do a WS connection. And that's kind of, it's maybe a good place to kind of set it all up. Connection. All right. And I think we also want to associate some data with it. So the question is class WebSocket. So what we have here, address, protocols, options. False, true, any other options allowed in request. Option affect person. Okay. It'd be great if I could just attach some data to the client. I probably can, right? All right. So we want to identify, or we want to kind of get some information about ourselves. So handle WS connection. So under handle WS connection, we want to do so under WS connection. Oh, wait a second. There's no binding between these handlers now. That's I'm an idiot. Okay, that's what the object gave us. It gave us the association between these handlers, and because we don't know which client is receiving this because nothing is actually getting passed in. So we either bind them all against the socket or we create an object, and then it's the same thing, right? So if I bind all of these, the thing is, the problem is they're already bound. Let's see what happens. If I do bind this WS with WS connection, right? Go away. Just need this. What passes through here? So we get what? WebSocket. Okay, so this is bound properly. Let's make sure. If I do this, and rerun this, this is the function itself. Because the thing is, I'm a bit confused at the moment because my bind handlers thing does something to these. Oh my god, why is this so laggy when I wheel scroll? So handle WS connection. And this is what's in args. This is the value of this, WS server, and then handle message hits. Okay, no, okay, that works. So arguments, we can always assume the first one is WS. So we can always just assume now, once we do this binding, WS is the socket is the first thing that gets passed in. All right, so let's do that quickly for the rest of them. Because now what we can do is we can say, I mean, in theory, we could just search for it now, but in the future, we obviously want to have that index. But we can now say log, or we can go for const puzzle. We can do const puzzles. Is this puzzle of puzzles? We can do, and then each puzzle has what? It has a short ID and solvers, right? So we can do if puzzles.solvers.includes WS console.log short ID puzzle.short ID. And that way, you know, we know that we can identify what puzzle this particular solver or this particular connection. Yeah. Puzzles is not iterable. No, because it's an object. Object dot entries puzzles. So we'll have short ID puzzle, right? Short ID puzzle. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna play it like this. Put that there. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. So this, I mean, right now there's only one, but then when we test with another one, hopefully it'll make more sense. Includes short ID puzzle dot solvers includes. Can read property of undefined. Okay. Solvers. Puzzles. No, puzzle. Yeah, I guess that's gonna be a bit spammy again. Here we go. Not too bad. So, short ID puzzle. So we have a short ID in the puzzle, we have solvers. And short ID, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so solvers includes this thing, right? So, and in reverse, we can also do something like ws.shortID equals here. ws.shortID equals short ID. Something like that. Or puzzle. Yeah, shall I rename everything from short ID to puzzle ID? I think that makes more sense. The fact that it's short is completely irrelevant. Short. Right. Up there, it's not irrelevant. So V is not set. Uh-oh, did I control V something that I should have? I don't want to go back that far. Sometimes the control doesn't quite happen. Okay. Create client, handle client connection, WebSocket, puzzle ID. Okay, and we're still going through here. If puzzle dot solvers dot includes, and contrary should be able to do something like ws.puzzleid. And then obviously you want to do all sorts of error checking to make sure, you know, something didn't get desynced. And puzzle ws.puzzleid is this. Okay. Now we'll probably want another puzzle for testing. And there's nothing. Why is this encoded? Oh, this is encoded. This is not even. Wait. Why? Oh, yeah, okay. Alright. We're not even at this particular puzzle. I don't know exactly why not. Before we go, I think I can decode this. Decode URI component. Boom. Right, and then this can go into our puzzle. Minus these. And then we'll probably just... Nope. Nope. Darn. Can I just find file? Show. No? Okay. Alright. Ooh, we don't have that open here. So, and I don't want to open that folder either because Windows is bad with these things. I'm just going to create a test 2 puzzle here. So, SudokuCon/test01. Boom. And then we'll do a second one. No, don't show me. What the frick? Test 02. I'm working here. Nope. Yep. If I do this, we have... wait. Let us see our client test. We want to connect to whatever we're at right now. So if I do get puzzle ID, what should I get? I'll get that. Okay. So I can just do this and just stick that in here. Like that. Nope. Okay, refresh, paste, and paste. Puzzle ID test 2. Okay, so on connection, I'm just going to output some stuff and not all the spammy things, and see if these things make sense. All right, so where's all the spammy stuff? So we want to get rid of this. We want to get rid of this. This. Then we want to get rid of this. What else is spammy here? Handle message. We'll deal with that in a minute. So we'll do const puzzle equals puzzles ws.puzzle ID and console.log puzzle ID. So we'll just say puzzle ID. Like that. Then puzzle or solver found puzzle.solvers.includes ws. Yep. And then solver count solvers length. Okay, so I do this, right? And then from here, connect solvers count 1, solvers found true, 1 true, right? And if I do this again, and I guess I could just do that from here, solvers found true and solver count 2. Okay. Of course, if these numbers grow indefinitely and we don't detect disconnects and things like that, yeah, I don't know. For example, I don't know if I have to manually disconnect and all this sort of stuff. So these are the sorts of things that I want to, I'm going to run, like, I'm going to have a setup where I say, okay, overnight, we're going to run it for a couple of hours. Maybe I'll have some clients that kind of simulate activity and I have some clients that just sit idle. And then I have some that create new clients every 5 minutes and see what happens, right? All right. But I think that means we can kind of move on to actually interacting and sending stuff back and forth, right? So we'll have message and is binary. Like that. Right. And then we'll just do something like if not is binary, msg equals msg.toString. And then we'll do log msg equals true msg strategy. Now, ideally, I think I'm just going to stick with sending JSON back and forth. I think that makes the most sense. First message, yada, yada, yada. All right. So now, because we're not building just a chat room, right? So I don't want to say, I don't want to send every person connecting, hey, this is how many other people there are. Although this might be one of the features we want to have. I don't know, maybe the puzzler should see how many other people there are, you know? I think the other thing we need to think about is now we need a sort of master connection, you know, we need a admin connection. And the way I want to do authentication is that basically, to create the link, when creating the link, it kind of embeds a special code that the admin knows, and you know, by using that code, kind of like how you have public and private key encryption, right? So basically, that I can create a puzzle room with a code, and then that puzzle room gives me a different code that the clients need to use to connect to that puzzle room. So only people who have the sort of admin code can be admins in that puzzle room, and you know, who have solver codes can be solvers in that puzzle room. And that's basically it, right? And it's all temporary. And then once everybody disconnects, the whole thing just disappears and doesn't exist anymore. So the server doesn't get overloaded with keeping things open, right? I mean, it could be disastrous, but we have a couple of weeks to test it, and it's, you know, it's for a relatively small-ish audience, you know. I'm talking about a few hundred, maybe a few thousand people at most, I imagine, hopefully. Hopefully not, maybe 10,000. If it crashes because there's too many people, you know, great problem to have. But I don't think these connections are very heavyweight. We're not running a lot of bandwidth through it. We're just got to be a bit sensible, right? And it's something I can test. I can test it with 1,000 connections and see what happens. So I think we also want to kind of get a little pragmatic now. So we need to do something on the client side, so I just don't have to paste code in there and so on and so forth. And I think the whole security thing is something I'll do at another time. I think this is enough sort of to kind of start adding, you know, a plugin or a feature to the client that lets us interact with that. And for now, this is just going to be the SudokuCon special. And then later on, I'm hoping to develop that into a more, or maybe I'll call it streamer tools just to keep it a bit neutral. So rule alert is the most recent feature I built. So I'm going to base it on that. So it has the most recent best practices built in. Feature dash streamer tools. Streamer tool. Or stream tool, to keep it short, stream tool. All right, feature.streamtool.js, and we're gonna call it feature stream tool. Stream tool. I'll do that. Stream tool. We'll need some styling to position things. Okay, I think most of these I don't have to touch anymore now. And then we can get rid of that. And stream tool. And we'll see. We'll probably need a bunch of handlers because we'll probably want to use them to update certain information and so on and so forth. We don't have anything here right now. And we don't know yet what the setting will actually look like. Okay, and then we're gonna add it. Let's go in here. Stream tool. Bada bing, bada boom. And now if I refresh this, the code is already loaded. That's how fast this works. And for now, I'm probably not even gonna worry about a UI. So the stream tool is, well, it'll be both. It'll be both for the client and the server. Sorry, and by server, I don't mean server, I mean the host, right? So there'll be a part of it that kind of behind the scenes says, hey, are we on a SudokuCon URL? Yes. Or are we on a special URL, or does a special flag set, or does a puzzle have special data in it, or whatever? And in the future, I might even have something like, hey, a little pop-up, hey, this is a stream puzzle. Your attendance to this puzzle will be broadcast to the streamer. You know, are you okay with this? And then have a link to the puzzle without that information if they want to opt out. That kind of thing. Yeah. But generally, if somebody is connected to a chat with a streamer, they should be okay. And this, again, this is no identifiable data. It's literally just, you know, things people do in the puzzles that are relevant here. So let's just make sure this is actually happening. Handle init. Okay. And attach element. Yes, this stuff isn't going to happen right now because I'm not going to work off of setting. But later on, it'll be a setting that maybe the streamer can enable. But I don't know yet. There might be some sort of setting that you can, enable, and then it'll pop up some additional controls up here somewhere where it's easy to hide from the stream, but also easy to use. And then maybe they'll have a floating overlay or whatever. So I need to do something now just to kind of just to test the whole round trip. So I think I'm gonna do it initially through the console here. And what I want to do is I basically want to kind of register as the streamer. So I'm just gonna have some things here. We have a socket, right? All right, connect. And it's basically gonna do more or less what we have here. So we're gonna create a WebSocket. Goes this.ws. What's the WebSocket? I don't know how I can do. Can I do relative URLs? Relative WebSocket URL. How to construct a relative to page URI. How to construct a URL to page URI at the browser site. Say I have. What am I doing currently to raise for this way? Prepare to. Is there a better way to do this? Well, I guess we can just. Don't know if I have to worry about the secure protocol, but I'll test that. URL./ws. This is cleaner and safer. Protocol. Wait, location.href. URL, new URL. New URL. I'm not super familiar with that syntax. If I do this, what does that give me? What does the ./ws do here? It adds WS at the end of it. Is that what I really want? I just have a dot here. Do I get then? I get that. And if I don't have anything here, do I get then? I get the full thing. Interesting. All right. And then they just change the protocol. Okay. It's good enough for me. So what we can do is we'll just do this. I think I can just do this, right? Okay. Replace HTTP with WS. Yeah, and that should maintain the secureness of it all. And then I can output it and see what I got. And we'll probably can do this here. Right. WebSocket URL. I do this. What do we get? Handle init. Okay, so this. Well, I can auto connect for now. So this dot connect. Let's do this for clarity. For clarity's sake. Okay. And we connected to that URL and it put us in a room. Okay, that's good. I think that's the right direction. That's what we want to see. Okay. And that puts us in whatever URL, whatever room we're in. In fact, I can test this by going here. And it's getting us there. Okay. So, after connecting here... No, that's not the server now. I think now we're going to switch back and forth. Now I'm going to put the server at the bottom, just to make things even more confusing. All right, so now... Make done handler. Handle done. Great, make done handler. Done. Good connection. Yeah, okay, so we don't actually need this anymore, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna remove that. And we go in here, refresh this, and down here we're connected. And then after connected, we're gonna send a message. So we'll do ws.send json.stringify, and I will just say whatever. We'll say cmd connected puzzle ID puzzle ID solver count. I'm gonna keep them all lowercase just for protocol clarity. Puzzle.solvers.length. Okay, so if I do this, then right after being connected, it should send this across. And now on the client side, we haven't actually added any event handlers yet, so we're gonna have to add these. So we're gonna do this. I'll just do handle message basic function args yada 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 extra dot handle message args log args, and if I do this, handle message is not defined. Handle message. I think these need to be async here. That doesn't need to be async. I think right now none of these need to be async. Oh, this dot handle message. There we go. Args message event. So yes, okay. So we get the event here. Event, and let msg equals json.parse event.data, and then we can just have the message here, and it should already be djsonified. Connected, puzzle ID, solver count 1. Now if I connect again to test 1, here it should say solver count 2, right? Now here we don't get an update. So now we can do the whole thing. Hey, do we want to broadcast? Yada yada, all right? So we can try that. Just as a good little test case. So handle WS connection, client handlers, server handlers, client API. Right. So then here we have all the handlers, and then we'll do p.send send msg. Let's broadcast msg function puzzle ID msg. Right. And then this is just gonna be for just do this kind of thing, right? And then we can probably do that like this, because we're probably going to do this a lot. I foresee that. And we'll do for const for const ws of puzzle.solvers. We should be able to do something like ws.send json.stringify msg. MSG, isn't that like an ingredient for food? All right, and then here, instead of doing this, we'll just do this dot broadcast MSG, because it should also go to the person who just connected, right? We'll just do this. This is the puzzle we want to broadcast to, and the message will be more or less something along these lines. So update puzzle ID, yada yada yada, right? So if I do this and I connect here, don't know if that worked. Is that working? Oh, WS is not defined. Ah. Okay, I think that's okay. All right, so we got an update here. Now, if I do this here, we get an update here with solver count 2. Do we get another update here? Yes. Sweet. All right. And now if I refresh this, the count will always go up. Okay. So how do we detect when we need to disconnect somebody? I think that's going to be the tricky bit, right? So how to detect WebSocket disconnect? Because I don't think they send anything, right? Okay, so we might want to time them out. Yeah, and this is maybe another part where we kind of need to store additional information, you know, to time out. Like, I don't know if I just want to every minute kind of remove idle connections, you know, like have a global timer for the whole puzzle, and every minute or every 30 seconds, we're just going to remove any solver that hasn't interacted or that hasn't sent a ping, kind of that sort of thing, right? So let's implement that more like, because it's not necessarily how I want to do it. It's more like it's a good exercise in a variety of things. So what we're going to do is on the client, we're just going to start an interval after connecting here. Do we want to do an interval? Maybe not. We'll probably just do a set timeout, right? So we'll do a set timeout, or we'll just do something like, yeah, let's do a set interval, and let's make it short so we don't sit here for minutes and minutes waiting. So we'll do a set interval, let timeout interval equals, God. Let's just do let ping interval this dot ping interval ID equals set interval. We'll just do this dot handle ping, and handle do ping interval ID. And we'll do it every second. It's just slow enough that it's not going to span the logs up, but fast enough that we don't have to wait for a long time, right? And then we'll just do handle do ping, handle do ping. And that, when I refresh this now, it's just going to every second go handle do ping, handle do ping, handle do ping. All right. And then we'll just do, now we'll do this here. And we'll do ws.send JSON dot I'll just do send message G. So we're actually going to do this over here. Well, here we'll just do this dot send. I'm going to shorten that because I'm going to get tired of typing that very, very fast. That JSON dot string unify MSG. And we'll do send message It'll be CMD ping. That's it. So if I refresh that, it's gonna go ping, ping, ping. Now, I don't like the amount of latency I'm seeing here. It should basically be simultaneous. Okay, now it seems to be a bit faster. Anyway, but I think latency will be perfectly fine for our use case here. So now what we're going to do with the ping on the server. On the server, we're going to refresh some sort of countdown timer. Except, so I don't have to run a bunch of timers and stuff, we're just going to mark that particular connection, right? So we have a message here, and we'll just do select oops. What am I doing? Okay. No. Select msg.cmd. Select case. Is it select case? My brain is just switch. Jesus Christ. My brain just went bye-bye. So, ping, break, default, console.log, unknown CMD. Okay. And under ping, here we have access to WS. So ws.last ping time equals date.now. Okay. WebSocket is already closing or in closed state. Okay, so that's something we also need to handle on the client. There's going to be a whole bunch of cleanup stuff like that. Unknown CMD undefined. Message.toString. So we didn't parse it here. JSON.parse message equals JSON.parse message. Like that. Okay. Why? Where are the other clients? Wait, how did I gotta be careful. You know what? Let's move these over. I'm running on 2 different browser windows here. That's gonna confuse the hell out of me. Right, I'm gonna put that one here and that one there, and that one is still pinging, and here it's still doing all this. So, let's slow it down to every 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Boom. And then over here, let's do a ping check something, right? So when we create the server, we'll just do something like set interval this dot ping check. Let this dot ping check interval ID equals every 10 seconds, something like that. All right, and then here we'll do p.pingcheck function. Boom. Ping check. All right. And then here, interestingly enough, wait, do we not get a closed event at all on the client? Am I not trying to handle the close event yet? Handle init. Ah, okay. Event listener. Open. Handle. Open. I think even here I'm gonna go to the WS prefixes because it'll help me distinguish these events from events on SudokuPad side. Handle WS open. Handle. Jeez. WS close. Close. And handle WS error. Error, and that should be the first one. Most important one. Boom. So handle message, handle WS error, Error, open, close. Error, open. Now, I don't know if connection is an actual event. And WS close. All right. So, I do this. Here we go. All right. Now, on the server side, we haven't finished our ping checker yet. So, handle ping check. Ping check, yeah. So now, when the ping check happens, we want to loop first through the puzzles. So we'll basically do one of these for const puzzle ID puzzle of object.entries puzzles, right? And then we'll want to loop solver of puzzle.solvers. And then we'll have, on each solver, we'll have a last ping time. So we'll have, we'll get the current time. Const current time. And then here we'll do console.log client time. Now we'll output a bunch of wait. One solver. Not sure if I want to call them solvers now. 1 second. Make done handler. Solver push create client. Solvers.push. Create client. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pass. Well, yeah. This should really be under add whatever, right? Clients. I'm gonna rename it to clients. I have that problem. I keep changing things. All right, puzzle dot clients, and then each client is just a WS object. Okay. So we'll do WS puzzle.clients. It's clients. WS dot, and we'll have. So we can shorten that. We'll have last ping time, and we'll have current time minus last ping time to get the delta. Which one should be bigger? Time gets bigger, so it should be current time minus last ping time. All right. And now if I refresh this, so we'll have to, all right, I'll have to shorten it now, so I don't have to wait 10 seconds for that. Oh, okay. Object.entries puzzles. Object.entries puzzles. Is that not a thing anymore? Puzzles. Object.entries. Cannot convert undefined or null to object. Puzzles. This. Ping check. Oh. Handle. Ping check. Without the handle, it won't be bound. So we kind of want to do that properly. Handle ping check. And we might as well do this properly. Somehow I did that. All right. And that's not WS client. This is actually WS server. All right. Refresh. And what happens? We got a ping. Got a ping. And then we have a ping check. So the pings come in every 3 seconds, and then after 10 seconds we did the thing, so it had a 1 second because it was 9 seconds run, so now it'd be 2 seconds. Okay. So let's increase the ping to 1 second. We'll increase the ping check to every 3 seconds. And we'll just boost... yeah, okay, let's see. Did we get a close here? Handle do ping, send message, handle do ping, handle WS close. Okay, so under handle WS close, here, we're just gonna, for now, we're just gonna kill the pings. So, ping, handle do ping. Right, so we'll, do close, console.warn, closed. And then later on, there should be, retry mechanisms and so on. Interval. I'm getting a private message on Discord. Brian Rockart 0. Just replying to a message by Rockrat 0. All right, never mind. I can reply later. Nothing bad is going on there. All right, so we'll just do clear interval, this dot do ping interval, and that should stop that happening over here. Okay, so we have 485, 444. I do this here. All right. So let's make the pings a little slower. So let's make them 2 seconds. And then we'll say, okay, let's boost everybody that pinged less. Okay, closed. Why is it still getting things? Clear interval is not defined. Clear interval is not defined. Wait, is it not clear interval? Clear interval is not defined. Clear interval. After using set clear interval. Not defined. Wait, what? Clear interval. It is defined. Did I mistype it here? Close. I totally mistyped it. All right, fair enough. So this should ping every 2 seconds now, and this should check every 3 seconds. Now, if I start a second client here, we probably have 2 different ping times, right? Interestingly, the initial... okay, we can get NAN on the client time because the ping time doesn't get initialized on the server. It's probably something we want to initialize. So when we create this guy, close date now, like that. And then we want to boost everybody under 500 milliseconds, let's say. Just so we catch a couple, or yeah. So where do we do our pingy things here? Let dt equals dping. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna call it elapsed. I think that's what most people do. I like to call things delta, but that's just me. So and I think the client time we're actually not interested in. So we'll just do this. And we'll do if elapsed is less than 900 milliseconds. Then we'll do a create client, close client. All right, and it's started. How long have I been streaming? It's 7 now. What time did I start? I don't know. We've gone through our playlist at least once, and that's about an hour. How long have we been streaming? Restream, are you gonna tell me? Twitch, is Twitch gonna tell me? 2 hours. All right, just over 2 hours. So, yeah, I'll try to keep going a bit longer. But like I said, I started out tired. That's usually not a good place to start from. This.close client, WS. So, closing the client means we want to remove them from the solver account. We need to send an update And we want to send a close message to the client, I guess. So I guess we'll do it in that order. So we'll do puzzles this, puzzle equals ws.puzzleid. So we'll do puzzles dot console.log index of puzzles. Sorry, puzzle.clients.index of ws, right? Let idx equals, and then we'll do puzzle.clients dot splice idx 1. I think that's what does it, right? So if I do this, boom, we got a ping. Boom. Index of -1. All right. So so we're gonna remove this one. Then we're gonna send the client a message. No, we can just close it, right? At this point, we can just close it. So if I just do this and then do ws.close, code 1 timed out. So if I do something like this, and then do this, we're going to eventually time out because of the mismatch between the check time. Boom. First argument is valid error code number. Ugh. A valid error code number. Code, optional. Oh my god, it needs to be a specific RFC number. Are you kidding me? Fail the web connect close. Oh, that's really annoying. First I must be a valid error code number. That's seems unnecessary. Do I need to register it? Is then a way to set the close function's default code error to 1000. So if you call close, it's 0% close 1000. Code. I can't just put in whatever number I want, right? Code. Force close. Did it close? True. Close. There's nothing about. Okay. No, I literally. Yeah, the valid code number thing. Yeah. Process 2 not fun. Yes, I've also used it earlier. I've looked up through the code, but I could not find how this can occur. If you manage to find a... So, do they really have a fixed set of error codes that they accept? That doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. Close. Find code. Code. A numerical initial status code is by the second screen code. You see, this is, to me, this is not a proper error message, like a proper API documentation. If it's like, if I can't just send a number in there and it doesn't work. Errors emitted by the website that may have code property described. WebSocket close was rejected with an invalid close code. Like, it doesn't say what is a valid code. So that's not really error codes. But this looks like stuff that's being received. Error codes. But this is not an error code. This is a property of a class somewhere. And how am I supposed to find that? This is not good. And this is my problem with what they call documentation today. To me, this is not documentation. You're just documenting randomly things. Why is browser back not All right, I don't know where it was going here. Event close, not event close, function close, method close. Event WebSocket dot close, code reason. Code, a numeric value indicating the status code. Why the connection is being closed. Except, you know, putting in a 1 doesn't work. Now, I'm guessing 1,000 would work, but that should be documented. All right. Must not be set as a status code. The draft rel must not be set. Terminate the connection because it was received. The date of the message was not consistent with the type of message. Connection because it was received policy. Endpoint terminate connection because it was received. No. Endpoint terminate the connection because it's set the server to go one or more session, but the server. Okay. So I hope I can use some other code above 1,000. So I don't know, 1,100 or 1,101 for timeout. Let's see. Why is this the test one puzzle? Didn't I put one of the killer puzzles in there? Oh, geez. All right. Doesn't matter. Okay. Must be a valid error code number. That is so annoying. All right. This is happening where? You going for walkies? God, I'm suddenly boiling. I'll see you guys soon. One sec. We're gonna have the rest of the pie today. All right. So expect you back in about an hour. You want me to pre-eat the often if I? You remind me to get off the stream when you're on your way back. I know, but it'll help me to get off the stream. Thanks. And I did not mute the mic. All right. I didn't want you guys to see this. All right. We are looking at sender.js. So we're gonna go in here, look at the sender.js thing at line. No, I don't even know what that is. At line. Oh, why is it? Oh, server.js. 161. Where it is going to. Error code number is valid status code. Where's that function? Require require validation. Seriously. So it's got to be above 3,000. All right. Like they did document that. In fact, I'm kind of annoyed by that. Find validation. Error code validate. Really? Error code validation. And the fact that that annoys me is the problem because that's why it slows me down often. Probably not an open issue. Probably somebody said, oh, that's just how it's supposed to be. Even though I disagree. Validate. Oh my god, I can't type to save my life. Validation. Here we go. It cannot work with an addition. Verify. Fetchable error. Encoding issues. Code validation. Close. Oh, I'm so hot. I don't know why. Okay. Well, this valid status code is valid status code. Really? Nobody else has a problem with this. Just me, huh? Just me. Okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We can easily work around it. Just move along. We're just going to go 3,101. Completely arbitrary. Because maybe it's in an RFC somewhere. Except it kind of isn't. Ah, here we go. Are reserved for use by libraries, frameworks, and applications. The status codes are registered with the INA. The interpretation of these codes is undefined as a reserved for the private use and thus can't be registered. Such codes can be used by prior agreements between these codes undefined. So maybe I should go 4,000 then, because this is not a framework. This is just, you know. And it still says it's not valid. Are you kidding me? If it is greater than 3,000 and smaller than 4,999, and I'm modifying the completely wrong thing. All right, all right, all right. I think we're back on track. We're back on track. Back on track. Back on track. All right. And close. Boom. For blah, blah, blah. Close here. Now, let's see. On the client, when we are getting closed, do we have a close event? I don't know. I don't know. Event. Event. Are there any additional args? Args. Args. Let's do that. Boom. And how long do we wait? Not very long. Okay. Close event. Close event. Type close. Target close event. Reason. And code. Yes. Okay. Woohoo. All right. So we can do a simple const. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted, guys. Reason equals event. Then we can just do code and reason. Codes. Press the wrong button. Code / reason. And then that clears the interval. All right. So, boom and boom. Now we have two guys. Ping. Bong. Bada bing. Bada bong. All right. So the elapsed obviously needs to be longer than the interval that we're checking on. Okay. Now, after we've booted the client, and I think we want to wait till the end. So, let client closed equals false. And we can do client closed equals true. And then we'll do, after the for loop, which is right here, if client closed, then we'll do an update broadcast. Basically this thing here. So handle ping check, this broadcast message, puzzle ID, puzzle clients. I don't think we need anything off the puzzle here. Clients.length. And in the future, maybe we'll have just methods for the puzzles themselves. All right. Do that. Let's do this and just see whichever one gets booted first. Do we get an update message from the other one? So we didn't get an update message on this one. Did we get an update message here? Yes. No. 2, 1, yes. We got an update message that silver count is 1 now because the other one got booted. So that way we should be able to monitor how many people there are on there. All right. Of course, the timeouts need to be much longer and we'll need to put them into variables and whatnots, into options and all this sort of stuff. And the code is going to grow quite quickly, but hopefully we can keep it somewhat organized. All right, so no server is true. Now, I have an issue because our options here, I want to nest them. WSS, boom. So we can pass in global options and then sub options.wss, right. And then we'll do this dot ops equals ops. Well, just do that for now. And we'll do ops dot ping time out. Pick check interval. No, ping check interval ID. Find close interval. Oh, because we're not closing it here. All right, fair enough. Handle ping check. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Why did that happen? Why did handle ping check just go bonkers? because this here, okay, or we're gonna do all the defaults and whatnots, but we'll probably want to init it over here. Time out. Something like that for now. All right. And here we're gonna do timeout. It should really not be client timeout or whatever. Ping timeout. 5,000. No, actually 30,000. Why not? And then ping every 10 seconds or whatever. And able to connect now. Might take the server a bit longer. Start up. There we go. It got there eventually. So go connect now. Boom, ping. Ping. Alright. And obviously we don't want to ping that often over here. And we might want to have to do a spam thing as well. So probably every 10 seconds, probably enough. All right, we've done a lot of plumbing, but we haven't done a lot of proof of concept. So I think the very least I want to be able to do is something, right? So one thing we don't right now have is we don't have a differentiation between the streamer and the solvers on the client side. So one easy way of doing it is to just say the first one to connect is the stream. No, in the long run, that's not going to work because the streamer might get disconnected, yada, 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 right? But for our testing here, that's one way of doing it. In other words, the server decides, right? So handle WS connection. And then we'll say update. That's fine. If puzzle.clients.length equals 1, console.log, you are the host. And then we'll do a message. We'll do a ws.send. I don't think we're using args here for anything, so we can just get rid of that. ws.send. No, not ws.send. We want to do... Yeah, we haven't actually done a send message here yet. And I might be able to merge these into one in the future, but for now, this should be fine. WS. We don't care about this. We'll just do a ws.send. JSON. Don't even need that. That's just a little wrapper. So we'll do this dot send message ws cmd set host, and that's it, right? Boom. Connect. Set host. All right. And we'll probably want to mark this socket as host as well. So we'll set host here, and we'll do puzzle.host equals ws. Okay. And then over here, we actually need to react to something. So let's just handle setting a digits, for example, right? I'm going to copy that code from the code that shades these buttons, because that's listening to these kind of events. So that should be perfect. What was it called again? Mark solve digits. So mark solve digits. Close these for now. Marksolve digits is listening to act. That's the event we care about. And we're gonna put that into attach element. We're gonna do that. Marksolve digits, attach element. Attach element. Marksolve digits. I'm gonna put it in here for now. But we're gonna have to clean that up in the future. Right. Actually, we're just gonna copy that from here. Handle act. Okay. It's not complicated. So we're outputting the action. And we're gonna basically just look at a specific action and then send a message if we see a digit being entered. If I do this and then do that, what didn't work here? Handle act. Oh, off. Or more appropriate to enable it. So, value arg1. All right. So if action.type equals value, and we're just going to manually send this message, unless we already have a message sendy thing here. We'll do a this send message cmd set value, and then it's action dot arg. And we actually need to know which cells they are, because we're not tracking the selection on the server. So we actually need the selected cells. Right. And it's actually a little bit more complicated than that, because we can't just look at the selected cells straight up. We kind of want to know what's changed, which might include givens and so on and so forth. But we'll keep it simple for now, right? So we'll do this framework.app.select puzzle.selected cells. Boom. If I do this and press 1 and have this. Okay. And I don't want to write code again, so I'm going to find some code that uses selected cells and turns them into some sort of short string. Cells to parse action to string, splice, cell state, cells to string. Cells to string. So cells to string. Wait, game, serialized game, cells to string. What is game? What is this? I'm not. Serialized game. Let's undo serialized game. This game. Cells to string. Cells to string. So if I do this and this, oh no, this the cells to string, and I do this, I get what I want, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do cells, boom, something like that. And I think We haven't pulled app out yet. We can do that though. Cool. And then we'll do app puzzle. We can do that as well. Did I see something over the corner of my eye moving? Somebody say something in some chat in some place and somewhere? Nope, not sure. All right, so if we do this again now, unexpected string. Value. No. I'm confusing myself here. I'm getting tired. This is not JSON object syntax here. Is this better? All right, so if I do something like this, and I do this, and I press 1. Now, one other problem is it won't. I'd have to make it synchronize. Like if somebody refreshes their browser, maybe I want to Probably not. Probably I'll just count live actions. Like this is designed for people opening the puzzle from scratch. In the future, maybe it might, maybe we'll add more stuff into it in terms of syncing it with the, if the solver, it'll reset the puzzle in sync with the streamer and things like that. I don't know. All right. So, but we have the set value and we get the set value, right? And then what we're going to do is, for now, I'm just going to forward the set value. But in reality, what I really want to do is I want to I guess I need to have some tracking on the server of the board state. And I'll probably won't have the whole puzzle engine running. I'll probably just track something like entered digits, not pencil marks and things like that, or maybe just colors, and people use colors to do voting or something. I don't know. We'll see. Or even selection, right? You could simply say, to vote, select the cell now, right? And it just discards any selections that are more than one cell. Anyway, so on the server, we will have received a message in handle WS message. Similar to this, right? And it'll be set value. So it's going to be unknown command set value. So in this case, we're going to do set value. And in the future, these probably will be all separate functions, and so on and so forth. I'll do set value. Make it big so we can see it. And we'll probably stop doing this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put this above here, put the message here, get rid of this, right? Do this, and then here will be msg dot value, msg dot cells, right? And then I can do this again, do this, put a 1 here, set value 1. And then we're gonna broadcast to the host of this channel. So here we're gonna do ws.puzzleid from puzzle ID, and ws then const puzzle equals this dot puzzles ws puzzle ID, right? That'll give us the current puzzle. And then we want to send to the host. So puzzle.host, puzzle.host, this.send msg puzzle.host, and the message will be well, right now I'm just gonna forward it, but the value sort of, well, I guess we could handle it on the side of the streamer rather than in the server, so the server stateless. I mean, it'll mean the streamer will lose certain state, but this vote stuff is all supposed to be it's not going to stick around for the whole stream. Like, it's supposed to be, short. Like, streamer presses a button, for the next 10 seconds it'll react to people clicking cells and things like that. Or maybe they can just press buttons on the keypad. They don't even, yeah, that might be better actually. So if the streamer, let's say, asks for support, it forces the selection on the clients. I don't know. Have to be a bit careful there. Maybe clients can opt out of this sort of stuff. So CMD, I'm just gonna forward it right now. Set value, value. You know what? I'm just gonna forward the whole message. Screw it. And then this guy can handle with it. Handle with it, deal with it. Right. So this should be our host now. Set host. This should not be. So if I put a 2 here, this what you get. If I put a 2 here, it'll bounce back to you, right? So we're gonna ignore it if WS is the host. So we'll do if WS is not equal puzzle.host, then we'll do this. Okay, so refresh that, close that. One of these is the host. I'm gonna put a 3 here, put a 4 here. So the 4 didn't do anything. We'll did the message, but we could stop that from happening, right? It didn't get bounced back. So in fact, we could check our own host status, right? So if we're getting a message here, and then we can do switch message.cmd, and then we can do kind of similar to what we're doing here. We'll have the default unknown command, and then we'll do case, what is it? Set host, case set host, and we'll do this dot host equals true, is host equals true, and we'll set this to false initially. It's false. Break, and console.warn we are host. All right, and then we also have update. Just do it simpler. We'll put the message MSG here. We'll have a break. We'll have console.log update, and update usually has update. So update happens when somebody else joins, right? So we get an update here. Update. We can do we'll just upload the message. Actually, right now we're just not gonna do anything. So refresh. What's this spammy thing? I think the spammy thing is us sending the pings, right? And we'll do ping. Doesn't need to have a thing. Wait. Damn it. Because when I change this, the server actually restarts. We are host. Great. We are not host. Update. Handle WS message. Update. Okay. Ping. Now the ping is send message. So we get rid of this logging. Ah, my nose. Excuse me. All right, the itching. The itching is terrible. Okay, so why am I so hot? I was freezing earlier. Now I'm bliming hot. All right, so we got the pings coming in. We probably want to remove that spamminess on the server side as well. We can do it like this, right? We're gonna refresh this one, refresh this one. Now, here I press 1. Unknown command set value. Yes. So now the idea is, what do we want to do, right? So I mean, ideally I have a new separate UI that overlaps, so we can have like faded transparent digits ghosting on top of things, or even have like a separate display next to it. I have like red digits in the corners or something like that. But we don't really want to mess too much. Like I can't use corner marks, for example, because I don't want to mess with the solver's interface. So the streamer host needs to still have a familiar interface that works properly. So it could even be kind of a log, almost like a chat log coming in. You know, 26 people voted for 3, whatever, right? For now, I'm just gonna put the digits in. Either that, or I'm gonna color the cell. No, for now I'm just gonna put the digits in. So, except that means I have to mess with selections. Yeah, displaying things straight up on the board is a bit tricky. All right, I'm just gonna do it anyways, just as a bit of a demo, a bit of a tech demo, right? And we also don't want to do the whole on act sending if we're host, right? So handle act, handle action. So if I do this and press 1, handle act, right? And I'll do console. We'll just do this dot is host, right? We'll do this. We'll do this. Put a digit here, host true. Digit here, host false, right? So if this dot is host, return, right? And then when we receive a message here, we're gonna output that. I don't know why I commented that out. Do that. We'll do that. I'll do this. I'll do this. Unknown command set value. Oh, because this is update, not set host. Set value. Right, now it knows this. And I was muted the whole time. God damn it. Sorry about that. Well, since nobody complained, I guess nobody was paying attention anyways. So the value is message.value. Message.value. Here we go. And this is app. No, puzzle. And refresh. And refresh. Restart. Restart. Now, if I put a 1 here, it goes in there. Puzzle.parseCells. It's a lowercase p. I'll refresh this. And if I do a 1 here, remove it. 2 here. 3. I got something else. All right. So I can do this now. And if I do this here, and I mean, the whole idea is then to have kind of voting, right? So if I do this here, so you see what I'm putting in only updates on the streamer's side and not on this guy's side, and vice versa, right? So yeah, that's kind of the idea. So then this, and obviously we don't want to take control away from the streamer like this. So the idea would be that this information would be kind of collected somewhere, and then the result of that information would be presented to the streamer in some fashion. But I'll be entirely honest, I'm quite tired today, so I haven't really gotten as far into building actual tech, useful, well, I've been building tech, but I haven't been building features, right? So I think what I need to do is, so I don't bounce around like a headless chicken, I need to think of a feature that is really useful. And I think even just something like, hey, somebody connected, right? So if I do this here, and I get the update here, and I self account 4, right? And if I do a refresh here, self account 5. I don't know. Didn't I output that information somewhat? Ah, yeah, okay. So we'll just gonna keep that here like that. And if I refresh this guy and this guy, update. Refresh. I don't even know who's the host now. We are host. All right. Handle message event update. If I refresh this one, the host doesn't get assigned to somebody else. That's that's a problem. All right, we've got to sort that out. And in fact, this kind of information, the update information, probably shouldn't go to the host then. So the same way I have broadcast, I probably should have a flag on broadcast like send to host, send to clients, you know, that kind of thing. But the core tech is there. I'll have to probably set up some sort of harness so I can emulate 100 users or 1,000 users just from one browser. I mean, they're all separate connections, right? So it shouldn't really be any different than 1,000 separate browsers. And I need to figure out the user interface. I thought it would make sense to just show what the individual users are doing and send that to the host, right? For example, which one is still spamming a whole big object out here? Send message. Send message. WS message. Let's just output all of this. Set value puzzle ID clients. Puzzle clients. Colon. Puzzle. Oh, wow. Okay, the puzzle includes all the client and it'll actually expand all of them. All right, we don't want that. Yeah. Okay, come on. Bottom. Yeah, let's get to the bottom of this. So we are host. And we are just solvers. All right. Yeah, it doesn't even kick in the conflict checker because it's a lower level function that doesn't trigger the conflict checker. All right. I need to kind of step away a little bit, sleep on it, and then tomorrow I need to come up with a singular initial use case. I think simple things such as, solver count, like showing that here somewhere is already kind of useful. And then I want to prototype some kind of draggable box that you can just move around. That would be kind of handy. Or at least like a separate window that they can use. Yeah, and then I have to go back to my initial list that we made over here. This is small. So we have a 2-day, so this is done, right? We have a 2-way data channel. We can go client to server, yada, 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 right? Done. Yeah. Done. Instantiate puzzle server temporarily. Now this, like the life cycle handling hasn't really been done in this case. In this case, what it should do is ideally, it should time everybody out, and once they're all gone, it just should erase everything about that particular instance of that puzzle. I think that should be the easiest. This is something I need to think about more, maybe talk to some streamers. And same with this. Streaming and puzzle separately. Well, probably both, right? This, yes. The whole, the first person connected is host, and then the host kind of bounces around to whoever else is, that can't be, right? But the first, well, not even the first connected. So what, Yeah, because I was just thinking, like, if I give, like, if I let the host set the key, yeah, I guess the host could just send a key in, making them the host of a particular, and then they get back a new puzzle URL with that. Nah, the problem is I want to be able to do it on the same puzzle URL, right? But I don't want to just anybody be able to stream or to create these kind of chat rooms, right? And they're per puzzle. So it's gotta be... Yeah, but okay, so the reason I'm thinking is, like, if the puzzle URL is known before the stream, then somebody else could potentially create a stream room, and since the stream rooms are per puzzle, you cannot have more than one streamer basically streaming the same puzzle at the same time, right? Unless they have different IDs for the same puzzle, which currently, well, I've got an update ready for that. So yeah, maybe that's how it's gonna be, right? So if two people want to stream the same puzzle, they just gotta create a new ID for the same puzzle, and that's how it's gonna work. Yeah. I think it's time for me to kind of think about the exact features that I want to implement, come up with a sort of pragmatic, here are the sort of basic things, viewer count, what else, and then kind of propose that, and then come up with some sort of more crazy ideas, vote on digits, overlay, a heat map, that kind of thing. Import. I think maybe it's better if I do things with the other tools that don't interfere with the puzzle solving as much. So like colors, for example. So by saying, okay, we're designating a certain set of colors, people can vote with red and green, for example, that kind of thing, right? So it's like, hey, everybody who wants, wants to mark a digit, make it red, that kind of thing. But I'll have to see. Or even the 0 and X markings from the pen tool, right? Maybe these are being used. Now, obviously, that will fail for a puzzle that needs them, right? But we'll see, we'll see. And I don't know how feasible it is to have the puzzle both be playable as well as using it as an interface for interaction. So maybe I'll have to just give up on that and say, okay, some people just want to play the puzzle and that's fine. Other people want to interact with the streamer and they don't actually solve along themselves, right? So... yeah, that's the thing. I don't mind taking away some control from the solvers. This is also for a special case. And maybe there'll be a... yeah, I mean, ideally it'll be transparent to the solver, right? Ideally the solver can just use the app normally, and then just the streamer gets fed additional information. That's kind of the dream, right? That's what I really wanted. So I'm gonna dig some deeper. I wish I was hoping to get a bit further with it, so have some sort of... even something very gimmicky. I mean, we have, this. And that's gimmicky, and that at least proves basically real-time interaction across multiple clients, right? And it also proves that we have this sort of one-to-many broadcast or many-to-one collection, actually, in this case, really. And yeah, we've got solid start on the tech. And we were kind of free to do something here because it's not going to be a general feature for everybody. So I'm quite happy that I can just do, you know, something a bit crazy as well. And it doesn't necessarily need to be long term and you know. But then the technology will exist, and hopefully people will have some ideas, and then we'll do some smarter things with this. And there's the whole co-op mode thing. This is kind of the foundational technology for that kind of thing. And potentially this can also be used for transferring puzzle data between different browsers for the same user. You know, that's like this kind of data channel could be used for that, right? Let's, before we close and finish for today, I want to have a quick look. So Lubov sent me a fpuzzles URL where he has some sort of problem. Right now the problem I have is that it's not opening. Decompress from base 64. Ah, okay. I don't know why that didn't work the first time around. Try importing this puzzle to CTC. It should have one diagonal line, not two. Okay. Well, let's see. This is fpuz data. Let's mark it. It has two. Yeah, I also need to not try this on puzzles that aren't. Yeah, that's a good thing. That's actually, I'm actually seeing this. So connect should only happen if I do get puzzle ID here, it should give us this whole thing, right? And if I do get puzzle ID here, not here, yes, here, no, here, get puzzle ID here, does that, right? So if get puzzle, and maybe we'll do that outside of the connect here. So if get puzzle ID, if boom, SudokuCon .test get puzzle ID, then we'll do it. So it shouldn't just kick in on any random puzzle. Let's put this in the same window so we don't have all these windows stacking up and confusing me. If I refresh now, we should get rid of all these errors, right? And this we don't need anyways. And now we can try to debug this aspect because that's happening in the source data. So let's source puzzle. So what do we have here? Lines 21, thickness 2. So we have the positive and negative diagonal, but that doesn't give us the original fpuzzles data. It's annoying that that still isn't available. It kind of is actually. If I do puzzle loader dot d compress puzzle ID, get puzzle ID. If I do this and JSON dot parse, right? If I do that, and now I should say diagonal plus false, diagonal minus true. Oh. Oh. Really? So that means we're gonna have to load the unpackaged stuff in, and not the bundle, the unbundled stuff. And we're gonna have to look at that. Handle diagonal plus, handle diagonal minus. Console.warn. Console.warn. How does that even work? parse feature, parse feature, parse feature. So I need to actually look at the feature. Ah, that's annoying. So I basically have to look at this like that. Do that for the diagonal minus as well. Yeah, hi guys. Right, I'm winding down. Well, there's one thing I want to finish fixing. Aha. Okay, so we basically just want to check if these are true. So if not, okay. And we'll just do that on the same, on the negative diagonal. Now the problem is, I'm mixing this in with the other stuff that I'm working on, so I gotta be a little bit careful. I'm gonna separate these out. So I'd like to push this fix because this is a genuine bug. In fact, if I now refresh this, it should already be fixed. Yes. But obviously I don't want to pull that in. So we gotta remove that. We gotta get rid of these. Alright, so that's really actually the only one, the stream tool here. So if I remove, okay, so first of all, we actually wanna remove, we wanna undo all these changes, right? So this one, it's got all changes, right? Then we want to do build bundles. Close that, close that, close that. This one has only these two changes in it. It's bundling, it's bundling, it's bundling. I don't know why it's taking so long. Bundle faster. Ah, it takes a long time. Holy crap, and my computer is it's making it sweat. Look at that. I mean, this computer is ancient. All right. So we can get rid of all of these. We don't need any of them. Except the pus patcher. We can discard these. And oh, no, not all of them. And now we want to do npm run bump patch. It's a second or third patch today. Lots of small bugs that I'm fixing here. Right? It's gonna be in here. Fix handling of false flag constraints in fbuzz. And we need this one. We need this one. This one. This one. Not the stream tools. Test it. Still looks fine. And oh, all right. Now the stream tool, I don't actually want to push. So I'm kind of hesitant to deploy this for now. What if I do git stash? Is everything so slow? And this will be the end of the stream as well. Git status. Git add boom. Git status. Git stash. Git status. All right, npm run deploy beta. Now I'm just reading out the commands I'm typing, so it makes you feel you're part of this action. Deploy beta. Now I'm deploying it on the other deploy target, the AWS server. So we've deployed it to Firebase. Well, Firebase, they're racing. Who's gonna get there first? Done. And Firebase hasn't even started yet. That's how slow Firebase deploys are. All right. Shouldn't see this right now. Yeah, it just takes so long. Ah, no, wait, that's the wrong folder. All right, come on. Come on. And while that's happening, I'm gonna play the daily puzzle from the Discord as a wind down and a final check that I didn't break anything by playing this. And my computer's struggling so much, it's not even loading the images in Discord, which is sad. It is kind of sad. No, we want to test beta, so we're going to go there. We're going to open the console. Otherwise, it's not really testing. Otherwise, it's just me having fun. And git stash. Can we pop it? Yes, we can. Please pop it. Please pop it. Otherwise, that's... Alright, I think our work from today is still around. Yes. Woohoo! Alright. What we got? What we got? We got 27 seconds wasted. Digits and cages can repeat and must some... Actually, I'm going to refresh this. No, it's fine. It's fine. Can repeat must sum to the total given. Sounds like a standard killer puzzle. So this one has a 9 in it. I think it can be a 5. 17 plus 5 is 22. Yep. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1, 3. 1, 3, 2, 4. 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9, not a 9. 1, 2. 3, 2. 4, 5, 6. 6, 8, 9. I mean, these are all just sort of digits that combinations that I know by now. 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. So the 6 is up here. That's not a 6. That's not a 9. The 9 is here. That's 4, 5, 7. That's not a 7. 7 is here. 1, 2, 4, 5. That's not a 2. Or 4. That's not a 1. That's not a 5. 1, 5. 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not 1, 2. So therefore, that's not 6. Actually, none of them are 6. Boom. Okay. That's the 1 or a 3. So there's no 1 in it. So there's definitely no 5 in it. That's got to be a 2. 5, 1, 4, 5, 7, 6, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 8 makes 15. And here we're missing an 8. And here we're missing a 6. Makes this a 4. It's an 8, 9. It's a 1, 2, 3. I have a feeling down here it's kind of mirrored of what we have above. 2, 4. These are all super easy cages. I hope I'm not missing something. Because sometimes when it seems too easy to be true, or is too easy to be true. 3, 1, 3, and 4. And then this is 2, 6, 9. 2 in one of these. 8, 9 isn't in here. Then these are 5, 6, 7. That's not a 5, so that's a 5. That's not a 9. That's a 7, right? Yep. And then these two are 5 and 6. 5 here, 6 here, 6 here. These three are 3, 5, and 7. That's not a 5. That's not a 5. And that's not a 3. And these two are 2 and 9. That's definitely the 9 over here. Next, this is a 5. And these three are 4, 6, and 8. 8, 6. That's 4, 1, 6, 8. That's a 3, 7 here. Making that a 3 and a 1. 1, 2, 8. And a 7, 5. Oops, 7. 3, 7. No 7 here now. 7 here. 8, 9 in the column means this is a 5. That means these two are 5. I definitely don't want 4. So 2, 3 in this order. That's not a 2. That's a 2, not including 2 or 3. That's a 1, 9 or a 4, 6. And that's not a 4. That's not a 6. That's not a 1. That's not a 9. Alright. 2 digits in this column left. 2 and 8. And over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 6 over here. These two are from 1, 8, and 9. 1 here. And these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Okay, quite a few options actually. It's got a 3 in here. I feel like I'm being a little bit inefficient right now. 6, 9, 6, 9. Okay, so we are missing 1, 4, and 7, I believe. So that's a 4. That's a 1. That's a 7. That's a 9. 8, 9. 9, 7, 7, 9, 4, 5, 6, 9, 6, 3, 4, and we're almost done. 3 and 7. Order, here we go. 6, 9, 9, and 5. 4 minutes 53. 7:30 part time, so that's actually okie dokie. That's behind the scenes. Just type it the first sauropod. Dokie, Philip. Thanks for the puzzle, as usual. And that's it for the stream today. All right. That's it. Thank you very much. Thanks for hanging out. And, you know, I hope you guys are looking forward to Azula SudokuCon funding live stream. Ooh, somebody's on the YouTube channel. You're just catching me at the end of the stream. Yeah, that's it. That's fixed now. But it also means they can actually solve it. So if they go into F puzzles itself, is it this one? Nope. Is it this one? Hopefully. So if they go in here, open the JSON editor, and diagonal minus. Oh, that's weird. The diagonal plus isn't here. Then why does it make its way into the final data? Oh, that's weird. That's so weird. Diagonal plus, because it's not shown here. Wow. That's odd. So they can't even fix it in JSON editor. Oh, that's annoying. Unless, if I do this, right? Wait. Why can I not? Oh, I'm trying to check it. If I do this, and now it's not here. If I do this, it goes here. Oops. If I do this. Huh, okay. So there's something in the JSON editor as well. Weird. I'm gonna mention it to ranks. I mean, it's solved now, so it shouldn't be a big deal. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Kodak. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's strange that fpuzzles removes it, even though it's then in the data later on. All right, I'm getting sore, so I gotta get going. Take care. Have a good day. Have a good week. And I'll be on the chat every day, and I'll be working on these things. And, well, that's all I do these days. Feel free to get in touch on Discord or on Patreon or the email or any of those places. Take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye. And where's the button? Where's the button?